Welcome back, my lovelies. Bum, 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 bum. Well fought, Neve, Arnvold. That was near. That was a near thing. My brain just stopped working for a second. Our stand against the Quilana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered to guard duty. Blech. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... God, it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass. We were all caught unaware. We will take this as a lesson, and the next watch our own more carefully in the future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals in the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldiers who first spoke up in favor of the Quilana keeping their weapons spring to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If he means to conduct an investigation, I can identify any other acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thank you, Your Stroller. We appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Cordola turned up. What was she even doing here? I asked her to come. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Regenfrid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Verdola's picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She just wanted to fight for her country. If you say the word in which Verdola grew up, if you see the world in which Verdola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what happened. This music is getting fucking loud. Oh my god. I hate this area so much. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face, if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long road and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphanode. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Neve, you and the Science are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it. I'll turn up the music once we leave the locks. I can't stand how loud the fucking music is here. I'm so sorry. It's just, I can't. I can only endure it for so long.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens.
Actually, it's a little quiet here. Now there's not loud, blaring music.
The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave. Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Aww. Hi, Lise. Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
But you're still useful, Arenvold.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Aldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope you were still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Getting called out.
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. but I must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Oh, holy.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Hell yeah.
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubarn.
What if she lifted her left arm instead of her right one?
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
I knew the whole time what was going on.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Off to Ralger's Reach? Okay. And Eureka. I don't think I'm gonna grab those. Let's actually use Faith, right? I'm gonna turn in the quest for Eureka. I'm just not going to do it on this character. Unless there's actually high demand for it. If there is high demand for it, it'll take a few weeks to actually do. Because I'm not going to do it all at once. Well, here we are again. Elfinode has regaled me upon the thrilling tale of the hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. Sorry, Alize. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Y'shtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have their echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Quilana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kinds still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day, but someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed. I was just about to say the same thing. Violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Brood Mother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and the M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keeping track of the Quilana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistance army? Out of interest, are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander from far more experienced than me. What, the Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups. And when Conrad passed his command on to me that authority only extends to the freedom fighters based on the Rogger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about forming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Rauban as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together. We will stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Alamigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, we see great cause for hope. The seeds which we carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our priorities and watch as Alamigo blooms. Heck yeah! Look who it is! I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But their generosity ended. Without coin in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like some jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man in a city of rich merchants. Dango? These dangos are delicious. Will you have one? More sweetbreads? I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have. If you couldn't tell, she's lost her memory. She's lost her mind, as some might put it. Bah, 'tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know, but I am alive and I must return to my master's side. Maybe you should sit just a little bit longer. Come, Suyu, we must find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. Oh. I still want Yotsuyu's kimono, the black one. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... Oh boy, what's going on? Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Xenos put to the sword? Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests and boast loudly of taking his head regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and, above all, accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claim. Hello. Who's that? Let's find out. Neve, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army. I expect you to guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hands. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm done wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made, and we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have contemplated following his heart. The Council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence in Rauger's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the Fringe, a job she has been doing tirelessly, a bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration, and I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after our last brush with the Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping an eye on the Quilana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's Shanti's daughter, you know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Quilana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there is no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola, she still won't meet my gaze. But she's given up on trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Neve, there you are! Hi, Alphanode. Hi, Alize! Alphanode, Alize, is everything alright? We received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that, she didn't say. Only that we should come to Hugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alize is determined to make it a party of three. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed, and I would benefit from such fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I've quite given up on trying to convince you. Good, it's for your own safety. Whether we do 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust? Yeah, hell yeah, let's go. Huh? I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be even tangentially concerned to Alamigo, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruri Bazaar offices. Right. Hey, it's ready to go. Sweet! Bum, 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 bum. The East Aldenard Trading Company.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugari and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu. I beg your pardon?
Your pardon is begged.
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
Potentially.
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
Let's go.
Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in this quest, my friend. In your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Sarabon a hand if he if he's providing us a ship. The least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, then let us seek out the informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Yay! Na, 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 na. Bum, bum, bum. Where? There. Let's go! This should be the place. Now we shall wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, yes, a long while indeed. Sigh. I knew it. Kyoto, any funny business and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock has already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call Lise. No Lise. I beg you. No boot. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu. High and low, far and wide, come to enlist my help. They did, promising rich reward for decisive information. And you have decisive information where the two individuals cited here indeed Gozetsu and Yotsuyu. Alas, see them with my own eyes I did not, but the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know. A rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say the elderly Rodagin samurai appeared on Kogan Dori, which is Buta's maiden, with a Buta's maiden, and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. 'Twas no common katana either, but one of surprising craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichin. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I think he'd lend you money. Ahem, he will help you, I am certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn of what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but it is wise to let the Namazu out of our sight. What choice do we have? No other choice but this, and is fine choice it is. Though I am adept at gathering information, it is much more efficient to share the work. He's right, given the urgency, we would do well to split up, and so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. We will go together. There will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar's offices are, I prefer the fresh air. Kick him. I believe Elise has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? Yeah, might as well. Alright, greeting. Alright, my lovelies, I'm gonna end this episode here. Like, comment, subscribe if you so choose to, and I will see you in the next... in the next one. Bye-bye!